What can the Sixers do to finally get over the hump and make it to the NBA Finals? With injuries to Embiid and Simmons and an already disappointing season for the Sixers, the writing is on the wall that something needs to change. Throughout this video, we'll take a look at what has gone wrong and what can be done to reverse the fortunes of this team both now and in the future. Embiid has been mired in controversy this season, with him openly flirting with the Heat and Jimmy Butler on Instagram. Whether serious or not, this definitely raises red flags for what is going on in this Sixers locker room. On the other hand, Ben Simmons, while very good, hasn't shown as much growth as the team would have liked to have seen to this point. Year over year, his numbers are nearly identical, and the team's success isn't on par to where it was the year before. Now, don't get me wrong, the Sixers have a solid record. They're currently sitting 5th in the East, but that is definitely far from where they expected to be at this point in the season. For Ben Simmons, he needs to take the next step, and for him, that means more aggression. The other big miss for the Sixers this year was the disappointing fit and performance of Al Horford, with him even being moved to the bench at some points this season. Now, what's really unique about the 76ers is that their best lineup, plus-minus wise, with at least or around 100 minutes, does not include Joel Embiid. In fact, the two lineups that actually have performed best contain Al Horford. Now, that first lineup is Ennis, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, Korkmaz, and Ben Simmons. Their plus-minus comes in at 15.6. Now, the other lineup is nearly identical, except it has Matthias Thibault in it as well. The other lineup is actually very similar, but instead of Korkmaz, they have Matisse Thybulle. This lineup has a plus-minus of 13. Now, there are lineups that the Sixers have with Joel Embiid in them that have a solid plus-minus, but none of them stand out quite like this. And what that tells us is that for them to reach an elite level, they will have to perform at these higher levels, where you see the performance on the court with that high plus-minus. If this list shows anything about the Sixers, it's that there may be an incompatible issue between Simmons and Embiid, even though they are both supremely talented. Don't get me wrong, I believe Embiid is the most talented player on the Sixers right now. The best rebounding and blocks lineups all consist of Embiid. However, for the most part, it doesn't lead to elite level plus minuses, with most of it coming in under the positive 10-point difference. Embiid has often been injured and doesn't play the way necessary to consistently be one of the best big men in the NBA. Because of this, the 76ers have a few options to remedy the team going forward. Number one would be to get a king's ransom for Embiid. It is very, very risky to trade some of the talent of Embiid, and almost impossible to get fair value back. But this move would allow them to run more lineups in a Rockets-type fashion, with Simmons playing the role of Westbrook. With an increase in aggression, Simmons could possibly take that next step to the top tier of the league. Again, this is a highly risky maneuver. The other option would be to fire Brett Brown, or at least for him to change lineups to play into the team's strengths more. A new system implemented for this team will pay dividends and better utilize the roster makeup as is. Also, they could possibly just limit more minutes of both Embiid and Simmons on the floor at the same time, and utilizing the Simmons-Horford combination more often. Of course, the other options exist where they can try and trade the likes of Horford and others for complementary players for both Embiid or Simmons. Best case scenario is to find a way to make Simmons and Embiid work. However, I think any solution that they decide to make should be on the focus of making Simmons the true franchise player and focus on him into taking the next step. Ideally, Embiid and Simmons find a way to make it work, and Embiid starts to play on a consistent basis the type of play that he needs for winning basketball. And also, we need Ben Simmons to show aggression. Take that three-pointer. He is 2 for 6 on the season, shooting 33%. If he's able to shoot 33% with a higher volume, that will open up his game exponentially. With defenders having to focus on the possibility of Ben Simmons' three-pointer, he will be able to run right past them, get to the rim, or even find that open teammate. Go for it. Try to make something happen. His mindset needs a complete retooling to make a difference. And hopefully, the 76ers can find a way to make this work. If not, they have to explore trades. Thank you for watching another video on 3-Letter League. Please like, subscribe, and comment below what you think the Sixers have to do to turn around this team in the long run and now. Thanks.